I wanted to make this video, and excuse me because I'm not in the video right now. I'm just getting ready to go to my appointment because I have health issues and I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with me. So I have an appointment, so I'm trying to hurry and get ready. And as I was, I'll redo this video too whenever I'm get back and stuff. This ain't gonna be on there. This is just my tape. Okay. So I wasn't very pleased of the Progress 2 that I did because I noticed I did put some negative stuff in there. And I was not tending to do that. I was just, speaking my mind. And like everybody else, we end up speaking the wrong mind of the side of our minds. We end up talking about the negativity instead of the positive. So I want to, and then also too, I noticed that I miss Progress 1. So I wanted to start off with Progress 1. And where I wanted to start at is what's holding me back right now is my fear of not getting to the place I want to be. And knowing, this is my fact, that I have wasted a lot of my my time in places that I was not meant to be. And the places that I'm talking about is where whenever I was young, I didn't pay attention in class. I was more of a party girl, and I was only 12. So I don't have the education like most people have. I have less education and I struggle in my education. So that's the reason why I want my education, is because of I don't have that. And to me, as a person that does not have education, my goal is to get my education. That's my number one goal. And that way I could show my children, and not just my children, I could show many people that even though you failed yourself in the beginning, you could pick yourself back up. And if you didn't understand that, let me say it again. If you failed once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you feel like you keep on failing, keep on picking yourself up. Because of the fact that, I'm sorry guys, it's just, I'm like really looking at myself in the mirror right now. And saying these words. And it's because it brings tears to my eyes as the fact that I have failed myself so many times. And not only myself, I know now since I have children, I have failed them many times. And myself while I'm failing them. So my goal is getting my education, my high school diploma or GED, whatever you want to call it. I want to get that so bad. And not just that, I want to keep on going. I know a lot of people say, oh, you go spend all of your money and get these scholarships and all this kind of stuff, and it doesn't help you. Maybe because you're not using the work that you're doing, that you're going to school for. Maybe you're not using it right, and that's the reason why it's not working. Maybe if we think of what we are really going into college for and what we're really working towards, maybe we will be able to get where we're wanting to be and use the scholarships and use the school stuff that we're wanting. Yes, I understand there's self-education, and there's a lot of people out there that's using that, but there's some people like me, for example, that is not very good at self-education due to the fact that I am uneducated already. And it's hard I hate that word hard. It's challenging for me because of the fact that I don't know how to read. Well, I know how to read. It's just that I'm not understanding what I'm reading, in other words. And a lot of people has told me that's like, dyslexia or whatever and stuff like that, and they put a name of it, put a name on it. They put a name on it instead of helping people like me. And that's where it gets challenging for people like me, because we're sitting here with all these names on us, and we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be getting names on us, like saying that we're dyslexia or something, just because we're slower than other kids of learning. It shouldn't matter on how you get there or how slow you get there, as long as you keep going and you don't give up. So that's what I'm trying to, that's what my number one goal is getting my GED. And the progress to my, from a year from now, what I want to see myself is already finished and in college. I want to be able to be in my business school, because that's where I want to be. Because I know the business that I have in mind is a very big dream of mine, and I know it can help relationships in children. I know it can help relationships in marriages. I know it can help people out there that gives up daily. I know this will help what I'm thinking of doing, this business that I want to open up one day. And I want to be able to know how to handle that business too. So that's the reason why from a year from now I want to be in business school. That way I know how to handle my business, and I don't do the same mistake as most people and rely on other people to handle their business, if you get what I'm saying. But that's my goal. That's where I'm coming in from. That's one of my goals, okay? My second goal, we won't even get into that because it didn't even say anything about second goals. And I don't want to keep putting goals out there for me achieving, because that's one of my everyday lives, is trying to get somewhere and not getting there because I have so many obstacles that I put in my way. And I put those in my way because my mind lets me. So, that's what I wanted to come on here and say. I don't know if I'm going to put this video on or just... Okay, sorry guys. I just had to get situated there. But what I was saying is that the reason why I went ahead and made this video was because not only did I feel that the other video or the live that I did in the mastermind was, it didn't feel right to me. So I wanted to remake this one. And then also I wanted to be able to put Progress 1 in there too, because of the fact that I noticed that I missed Progress 1. So I wanted to get back in there and fix it. And y'all are awesome people. Keep on going and doing what y'all do. Because just by listening to y'all, and it gave me courage to redo my video. And I went ahead and did it this way. That way I can be able to go back and listen to my video again and again and again. So every time, whenever... my thing is that every time I feel like I'm going to give up, I'm going to listen to this video. That way I can be able to keep going. Because it's real challenging whenever you come from where I have came from in my background. And I keep on... That's, I guess, if you want to say it, that's one of my weaknesses too, is because of everything that I've gone through and everything that has happened to me and the things that were said to me. And like, I'm a big-hearted person, and I take it to heart whatever's said to me. So I have to be real careful, and I think that's the reason why I try to distance myself from people, because I know myself, and I gotta distance people because I'm afraid. There's my fear, is I'm afraid that I will get next to somebody that doesn't appreciate me or doesn't encourage me to keep going and doing what I'm saying, or don't listen to me, because My ex-husband, he was one of those people. I would tell him my dreams and he wouldn't even listen. Instead, he was out being with other women. So that's the reason why I have to really take control of myself, and I don't get attached to people. When I feel myself getting close to people, I push myself away because of my past. And that's where I need to teach myself or learn how to fix myself. That way I can do this and I can achieve what I want to do. But that was my number one. If you already watched my live, that is my biggest go. That is, and I was listening to um, I forgot who it was. I was listening to somebody and they said never to put your biggest go. And I did that. I realized in my life that I put my biggest go in there. And I know it's going to take time. They said don't put your biggest go. Don't say your biggest go because it takes time and that's where you end up giving up. So that's the reason why, sorry, my speech is very awful, but that's the reason why I wanted to switch up my video and I wanted to go ahead and put my progress in there, is because of that. I wanted to be able to put my first go in, and that's my number one goal right now, is finishing my education. That way I could further my education and to show children around the world that it is hard, or there's that word again. It is challenging to stay in school. It's very challenging because you think that it's nothing, that you can do, and how society and how everything is changing nowadays. You have to have that high school diploma, even though there's so many people that goes back to get their GED just because they thought that they couldn't do it without it and stuff like that. So there's many people that's out there that is doing well without education, but then there's also people out there that doesn't succeed with it without it. So I want to be that person that tells y'all, keep going, don't stop. I know it gets hard, just keep going, and always put the biggest dream in your mind and put it in the back and put your little goals in the front. That's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.